Hey guys, it's Marissa. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this cut crease Christmas kind of makeup look. If you want to see how I did this, then just keep on watching. So as my eyeshadow base, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fairest. I'm just putting that on my eyelid and just smudging everything and blending everything out. And then I'm taking the shade Social Blade by the James Charles palette and just using an Ulta round fluffy brush and just applying that to the inner corners of my eyes right above my crease and just making sure everything is very well blended. Then I'm taking the matte red shade called Flaming Hot from the Conspiracy palette, and I'm just going to be putting that on the outer corners of my eye and just kind of flicking it upwards to make somewhat of like a wing kind of shape, and just kind of blending that in with the green eyeshadow that I applied from my inner corners. Then I'm using the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm taking that shade Untamed, which is like a dark green shade, and I'm just going to be putting that underneath where like the green eyeshadow was, and just kind of transitioning that from the dark green to the light green using that fluffy brush again just to blend everything out. Then I'm using that same Anastasia palette again and using the shade All Star, which is like a darker red, and just putting that below the red shade that I applied, just to transition everything again, just to create more dimension to it. Then I'm just going back with that light green and that brighter red shade and just putting it a little bit above my crease even more, just so you can see it a little bit better whenever I cut my crease. Just using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas Concealer in the shade Halo and an e.l.f. concealer brush, and just using that as the base for the concealer before I actually applied any kind of eyeshadow shades to it. Then I'm just applying more concealer and just really taking my time with this part to follow along where like my wing would be, but just a little bit more above that way, so then it's just a little bit more of a dramatic effect. And then to set the cut crease concealer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Precision brush and then the shade Branch from the Conspiracy palette, and I'm just going to be packing that on wherever I set the concealer. And then I'm just going to be repeating those same steps and just applying it to the other eye. Then I'm taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to be applying that above where I put my cut crease, and I'm just going to be doing that on both sides of my eye, and I'm going to wait for it to dry at first, and then once it dries I'm going to put a second coat on so then you can really see the glitter. If you are interested in how I did my nails for Christmas, I did upload a video from last week also, which I will be leaving a link in the description, and also above this video you should be able to click on something if you are interested to watch it. Then I'm taking that red shade from the Conspiracy palette again and just taking that Precision brush by e.l.f. and I'm just going to be adding that where I would be adding like a winged liner, but instead it's just going to be a more like smoky look to it. So first I'm going to be adding that red shade, and then afterwards I'm going to be adding the black shade from the Conspiracy palette also called My Ride Is Here, and I'm just going to be applying that just below the red so you can still see it a little bit and just smoking everything out. Just taking a makeup remover wipe and I'm just really cleaning up the edges of those so then there's not so much fallout and everything underneath, and just really making those edges sharp. Then I'm just applying the Violet Voss lashes, which I will be linking in the description below, and using the Duo lash glue for it. You can use mascara before applying the lashes, but I specifically just didn't want to because I didn't think I needed to. And moving on to the face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Putty Primer and just priming my face using that. Then I'm taking the Tarte Face Tape Concealer and I'm going to be applying that under my eyes or to any redness or problem areas. And I'm just going to be blending that all out using the Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. And then I'm just going to be setting everything using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. And I'm just going to be setting that wherever I applied the concealer. I'm going to now contour and bronze my face using the Butter Bronzer in the shade 6676 using the Ulta Blush Brush. For blush, I'm going to be using the Tarte blush in the shade Peaceful, and I'm just going to be applying that on my cheekbones and just the tip of my nose and also my chin. I'm going to be using that same beauty blender again and just making sure that everything's blended into my skin evenly. And then I'm just going back in with that brush again, not even adding any more new product. I'm just making sure nothing looks patchy. Before applying the highlight, I'm going to be taking a Morphe setting spray and just setting my face with that. And I'm going to be using the James Charles palette for my highlight in the shade Face. And I'm just going to be applying that to the highest points of my face. And then one last time, I'm just making sure everything's blended in again with the Beauty Blender sponge. Then I'm using the Beauty by Pop Sugar in the shade Be Noticed. It's an eye shimmer putty primer. I'm just going to be applying that to wherever I put the highlight, and it really just adds like a lot more emphasis to my highlight, so I really like it. And then I'm just going to be taking that red shade from the Conspiracy palette again and just adding that to my lower lash line before applying the mascara. And the mascara I'm going to be using for this is the L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black Mascara. Then I'm taking the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson lipsticks in the shade Are You Filming? And I'm going to be applying that to my lips. And I was wondering if I should just do like a whole collection because I just received the backpack in the mail the other day and I never recorded that or showed that to you guys. So I'm going to have a poll above to see if you guys want to see like a whole video dedicated to his products. I know I did one earlier, but I want like a whole video dedicated to literally everything. So yeah, let me know you guys' opinions because I really want to hear back on what you think about that. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!